Hey guys, and welcome back to another Hypixel API tutorial video. In this video, we're going to be going over a very quick endpoint actually. It's called the findGuild endpoint. Very useful if you're doing guild related stuff. Otherwise, you're probably not going to find much use in the video, although it is very interesting to know about this in case you ever do want to use it. For this specific endpoint, there's a few options here for the URL. As always, we've got the HTTPS api.hypixel.net / and then it's find guild. Right, so that's the endpoint we're looking for. It's the find guild endpoint. Question mark, because we've got some parameters, and then first parameter, always your key. Boom, you got your key. And then you'll notice that up here, I've got UID and name. This is because we've actually got two options here. We can either do by UID, it's not just UID, it's and by UID with a capital U. This might be a little confusing because it's not very consistent with the rest of the API or other endpoints on the API, but that's just how it is. So, we deal with it. It's Hypixel, right? You can also do by name. So, for example, I could do by name and then in here put their name. But we're going to be doing UID for this example because I think it's good habit to use UIDs over names. Obviously, names are easier if you're just doing a one-time call, but in the long run, UIDs are actually more efficient. So very simple for the rest. This is just like a basic template that I've been using for the past few tutorials. If you've watched any of the most recent ones, then you should be familiar with this. We're using request JSON preprint as usual. One thing that may have changed if you didn't watch the most recent video before this one, or if you're watching these not in the order, if I'm uploading them not in the same order I'm recording them, I did add this little section. So I used to just print this or preprint this. I'm storing this in a variable and then printing it, which allows a little easier handling. Let's see what we're going to get when we get this. Obviously, we're using Apple Pies, and that's Apple Pie's UID because he's in a guild right now, and he's just first person that comes to mind when I'm trying to do this. Now, if I go ahead and show you guys my command prompt, we can go here and run API_contact.py, and we'll get back very small endpoint. Okay, this doesn't give a lot of information. We've got success is true as always because I don't tend to make mistakes with my calls. And then you're going to get a guild object ID, okay? A little weird, but it's a guild object ID. That's just how it is, okay? Um, and if you don't know what this is, you're not going to find much use from it. It's literally only for searching for guild stuff. So if you want to get the players in a guild or something like that, you're going to need this. Otherwise, it's quite worthless. So I'm going to hopefully make this video a little quicker than the others. Now, if we go over to Firefox, you can see the very basic guild ID here. We've got the guild endpoint, success true. There's literally like basically nothing to this. And if we go on the documents, just to show you, I'm on the find guild under methods documentation public API for Hypixel dev. And this link will be in the description as always. And this returns the ID of the requested guild. So you put in a player name or UID and you get back the guild ID if they're in a guild. Now key is required and then you need one of either of these. So you can either put by name or by UID and then either should work. I've tested both quite extensively using an automation script, and as far as I'm aware, there's no big notable differences. Right? It just sometimes takes a little longer by name, but don't worry if you really want to be efficient, use by UID, but by name should work for most cases for the average use case. And then there's just very basic response. You get the guild ID under guild, and you get true or false under success. And if it's false, then you get a cause instead. And that's it. Anyways, that's been it for this tutorial video. This was a very short one, but hopefully helps some people. As always, if you have any questions, although I don't think this video will get a lot of questions, if you have any questions regarding this video in specific or any other video for that matter, you can comment down below. If you have any suggestions, if you want me to cover a specific API section, I can definitely prioritize the ones that people need, so just comment down below. I'll prioritize those ones. Like the video if you learned anything from this or if you found it interesting at all. And then subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest tutorial videos. Anyways, that's been it for this tutorial video.